Who's ready for some boom, baby? Boom! Rise and shine. It's a beautiful morning marijuana motivation time. I can't express it what it feels like to be on like a perfect lake and to see the actual reflection in the water. We were chilling, grilling and chilling and waking up shining. And last night I saw the Aurora Borealis for the first time in my life. Literally, we came out of the sauna and he's like, Mark, come quick. And I could see it looked like smoke coming from the sauna. But thine eyes have actually seen the Aurora Borealis last night, and it was gorgeous. It was a whole light show from nature that I can't even express. It wasn't like a strobe light. It wasn't like some other shit like that. No, it was real light shifting inside of us, and that's our aura. You know, we talk about it all the time, having the right light inside of you. And I'm burping up my crispy bacon sandwich because my friend made it, and we're already headed back in town. And I pinched myself because I live a life like you wouldn't believe, and literally just this backpack on my back and start going. You just hit the go button and say goodbye to the lake because we got to go to work. It's Tuesday and I leave on Sunday, and my aura shining today. So look at this, $100,000 Audis, $500,000 cabins. It's not about the money, it's about the aura we all have inside of us. You got everything? Yup. Let's go. So if your aura ain't right, there's the chocolate. Things aren't gonna come out right. There's the chocolate right there. Now it's time to go to work. What a life. So fast, so furious. Tell them about the Aurora Borealis last night, bro. Nice. When's the last time you saw that? Never, right?
Never in here that big.
Bro, and the whole light was glowing from green all the way above. I want to say it looked like the wind, if the wind had light, but it wasn't. It was more than that. It was like flashing on and off, like if you were in a mushroom trip or LSD or something. Nature was on some acid last night. It's a blessing. But wouldn't have been able to enjoy this beauty, bro. It wasn't for my bro and the aura that each person gives. If you aren't the type of person to help out, you know, we try to cut the trees next to the line so they don't overgrow the path, and that'll be the firewood. And then you're sitting in your boxers in the cabin, cause like, oh yeah, nice firewood, bro, you know? Hey, bro, I see you. And it's a blessing. Life is a blessing, you know, to be able to see all of these things. And I'm completely in the fall of Finland, and all the leaves are changing colors. People come from all over the world to come see this beautiful sight. And last night was a sight to behold because I've never seen the Aurora Borealis before. And I was just like, what the fuck? All these clouds are something that you see normally, but it goes to say that there's a underlying energy that you can't see. I want to say it's almost like somebody put a strobe light with the wind, right? Yeah. With a little bit of like wind. But it's like if the wind was dripping, but then flashing on and off, because you could literally see it moving in the air. It moved faster than wind. It moved different than what I would think wind is. And that kind of energy, you know, the aura that we have that we can't see with our or perceive with our own eyes. You know, we like to think that we're seeing in maybe 2D, 3D, but this was like 5-dimensional. This was the 5th dimension that you're like, okay, yeah, I know there's a stratosphere, I know there's clouds, I know there's sunshine, but in the middle of these layers is energy. And it's like the same thing you see when you see people, or maybe the dogs sense it, you know, like I don't know, maybe because it's an energy. and it's around us all the time. Right now, we're in the northern hemisphere during the daytime, but we can't see past this beautiful clouds and the baby blue sky, right? We don't get to see past that. But if you go right past there, 30,000 feet, I think it starts getting dark, right? Yeah, and you're in space. And space has its own energy and like UV rays and things that we can't see, like nuclear energy. Thank you, bro, for this. Yeah, from India. You're welcome, man. And it's just a blessing that I couldn't even capture on camera. I'm trying to take shots and all my shots look black because it's just one of those things that had to be seen with our own eyes. The memory is burnt in my brain, and it's not something that I had booked. I thought for sure I would have to go all the way up north to the Laplands, you know what I'm saying? And I'd have to, prepare and come around April and look at these beautiful trees changing. It was something that we looked up, like March, April time, north areas when usually the Aurora Borealis is out. But I thought I had to go all the way to the Laplands near the Arctic Circle when it was still winter and go see this thing. And it appeared for us right outside. And then I was like, hey, you think it's still going? And he's like, no, it's not going. I'm like, really? It's just off? This light show, this amazing energy in the sky that I've never seen before. And it's my guy. He took me to the fucking bird watch. There's like a tower out here where you can watch the birds, and they have the binoculars, and you can just stare out into the open field. It was a nature preserve. That's what we call it in America. A area that's not allowed to have like streets or electricity or hunting or anything. And we were there checking it out. Woo, rally. We're not going that fast, but we're about to catch air again. Oh, that's so fucking cool. And we were talking about like the bears don't look up. Bears don't look up because they don't believe anything's above them. They know that there's birds above them. I'm sure that they know there's clouds above them and how to read the weather, but they don't think that there's two dudes in a lookout watching them with binoculars, like they're not observant like that. And I feel like that's us like humans. We don't get to observe the energy. We're used to seeing the Simpsons and the baby blue skies and the clouds and all these things, but there's systems in play that we don't talk about every day. It's a quick glance in a girl. My boy's a fucking teeny bopper, and they're like, is that him? Your head starts to go in a different direction. Sure, you're at school, but now all of a sudden you're attracted to somebody. Or sure, you're feeling a certain type of way, but then all of a sudden you'll get a sensation around you. And there's the in between that. There's no book for it. You can call it esoteric, you can call it magic, whatever you want to call it. It's out there, bro. It's like there's so much energy between the things. And you can paint with all the colors of the wind. I'm talking a lot about like Native Americans and how you'd have to give all this mysticism, all this amazing, Ruska. The changing of the colors has a name, and the fog coming over the field was like magic. It was like, we have to call it magic. You'd have to invent elves and unicorns and fucking Bigfoot, any of these things for these realms that we don't even know are out there. There's so many levels of energy, and if I didn't have good energy, I would have never met this good guy right here, and if we didn't give any energy, we wouldn't be here. All the homies were like, yo, you want to go to the cabin? He's like, but you don't have to cut wood. And everybody's like, but that's my favorite part, is to take part and put some energy in. You'll see some lakes right by the road, and it's just so beautiful, that you can have friends that not only have supplies and are doing well, but also that want to help, and that you can just leave. Last time we were fucking hauling ass down this road because we were trying to get to the store for the pump so we could have hot water, and we just left the homies, go, here's the chainsaw, man, go ahead, have your do what you got to do. And you can trust them that they're gonna work and not hurt themselves, and that you can get enough firewood for the next day. And it's just a blessing, man. Look at that sun shining right through the clouds. It's just a blessing. So there's energy in everything. You know, I talk about the sun energy being like the sun went through the atmosphere, goes to the leaves, goes to the trees, goes to the trunk of the tree, and then it's stored as carbon. There's flames in these trees. And as soon as you light them on fire, the flame comes back out. The same energy that comes from the sun is captured in these trees to warm us up later. So it's like, it's old sun. All these trees are old sun. Old sunshine, you know, energy in different form. And that's what I witnessed last night, was energy in different form. I mean, I've never seen anything like it. And you're just staring up and you're just like, this is really happening right now. My bucket list is getting crossed off, like things that I didn't expect I'd ever see in my life. I thought I'd have to come back to Finland again. I'd have to book a trip. I'd have to go to the Arctic and all these things. And it was a blessing. You know, it was a blessing that was blessed upon us. And that's what it is. Energy is a blessing. You know, being alive is a blessing. Having friends is a blessing. We don't count our blessings. You know, this morning I'm eating bacon thanks to this guy. We're having bacon sandwich. Like, where's the eggs? Can't find the eggs. Doesn't matter. We're still blessed with bread, cheese, eggs. We're smashing great sandwiches that, you know, starving people would like cut their finger off for, you know. And it's just amazing, the abundance to, you know, wake up with friends, wake up warm, have a roof over your head. Even if the mouse is scurrying in the house around like 5 o'clock in the morning, I was like, there's got to be a mouse in the house. There's a mouse in the house. But it's energy in everything. And when we look at it like a farm, or from the earth, or from the sky. Like, there's energy everywhere on different levels that we can't see. So maybe it's love. Could be the next girl you sit next to, you know, on the bus. Could be the side eye, you know, that we all tend to have. We like to think that we're in our own world and we put blinders on, but the world is around us. The energy's all around us. The trees are changing colors. Looks so beautiful with the backdrop, with the red barn doors. I don't know why red. What? Because we do red barns in America too. I don't know. Maybe it's a insect thing or something. I don't know. But as much as we like to go into sciences and AI, you know, because we got Aura, our automated user response agent, it's still not the same as experiencing life and bathing in the forest. I know that there was a term, I can't remember the Japanese term for bathing in the forest, but that's what we did, dude. We were bathing in the forest, enjoying the sauna and having deep conversations while we're sweating. And then to come outside and there was so much energy, you know? There was so much energy. Mostly saints, bro. Go ahead on Instagram. Nice. It's everywhere. I don't know. You know, we don't have terms for these things, you know? The reason all of a sudden you're attracted to somebody, or the reason why you're in love, or Jesus, look at these trees, man. You know? Or why do we all go towards the sunset at night, watch the sunset, or go towards the water and the beach, or, you know, want to hold hand, want to kiss, want to make love? There's underlying things there, and it's an imperative. It's like a human imperative. Like, I was just thinking, like the birds, because we were bird watching, you know, they have to find a mate, and then one of the fishes like cleans this whole area to find a girl, and guess what? He sticks around till the eggs hatch. Like, I'm sure they didn't have a whole conversation fish to fish, like, hey, if we have sex, will you know, watch the eggs? No, they just watch the eggs. And we didn't watch the eggs we got this morning, but we're just friends. And we're just two dudes that were out of a sauna, and all of a sudden the earth opened up and showed us energy like you wouldn't believe. Like, you get to see the trees and the changing the colors and the clouds. That I'm used to. Beyond that, there's space, there's stars, there's so much energy that we don't get to see with our own eyes. It's a full trip, man. That aura, that there's so much aura inside of us. Aura borealis, auroras, or us. You know, like, it was really just something like that. So I pictured myself this morning motivation, because it was like something that was really impressive to me. to see with my own eyes, cross off the bucket list of something I thought we'd have to like spend like 10 grand, go up to the Laplands, go up to the Arctic Circle, plan, have a big old puffy jacket, you know, scrape the snow off, and then wait patiently, and then everybody go, ah, it's the aura. No, it was natural. It was just waiting for us to just open our eyes, leave the sauna, and like realize that life is going by, whether you're noticing or not. See, these lakes are so beautiful right there by the water, and these trees. Yeah, that's forest bathing. So I don't know, you know, there's certain things that science can't predict. I mean, they can kind of explain it, but I'm sure the bears enjoy it. It's one of my favorite views right there. Look how long the lake looks. And we try to explain it, you know. We don't go sitting during the day and go, you know what, today I want to fall in love, you know. Says no one ever, you know. Or I got a flat tire, you know. Accidents happen, or you forget the eggs. Shit keeps going. But you know what, the life in between, the energy in between, that aura inside of people, when you can tell if someone's sad or happy, especially women, they can read the room better than us, and energies, and you know, the in-between energies. Like, how'd you even notice? Well, your shoelaces were untied. Like, I didn't even notice my shoelaces were untied. How'd you know all these things? Paying attention, being alive, you know, being alive enough to see with your own eyes the glory that's around us, always around us. It was one of my favorite views with the trees. It's so beautiful. The one with the long trees is up here on the right. The guy that planted the whole row of trees. The one that looks like it's like columns of trees.
Alright,
oh, it's that way. It's just amazing. So look at people differently, you know, look at the sky differently. There's so many layers to things. It's more than money, you know. That's not, we did something that money can't buy, you know. Like, seriously, you know, you would have to organize. Was that it?
School.
Oh, that's the school. Okay. You know, you'd have to organize it, a whole trip in the Arctic, but we got to experience it just by being alive, and that was the biggest blessing. Mark Saint Towski. He's like, what's your name, bro? I'm a Towski fan, you know. But it's a beautiful thing. So when you open up your eyes and you start to realize, like, it's a beautiful thing to see different environments. It's a beautiful thing to have friends around the world. It's a beautiful thing to experience things with them that you can't purchase. You can't. And then it was off, just like that, as quickly as it started. I thought it was the smoke coming from the sauna. Good, maybe half hour of it. Yeah, about a good half hour of it. And then we ate big old steaks, my guy. Steaks and cheese, we're all full, and then I was like, I wonder if it's still going. Went outside, he's like, nope, it's not there. Sure as shit, it was gone, like nothing had happened. And isn't that what life's like, you know? Like, you know, then the girl's off the bus and then nothing happened, unless you go out and seize the energy or seize the day, or c'est la vie, such, you know, such is life, you know. You're gonna have to, no, seize the day is carpe diem. You're gonna have to seize the day and seize the energy, and see the energy, because it's around us, man. I can't even explain it. Like, you know, they call it forest bathing, but you're in the forest and all of a sudden we're the quiet mammals. We're the ones that have to be quiet, you know what I mean? Like, we're hearing ducks quack, and maybe you seen bear over there, you know. Not maybe, but maybe we might have seen bear that time, you know. But like, the energy is all around us, whether you're in a concrete jungle or you're out here in the forest, you know. The beauty is like literally in every leaf and every ray of sunshine, even in the clouds, even in the dirt. You know, there's so much energy and extra fucking aura around everything, and it's really giving me a buzz this morning, because I saw it with my own eyes. I was like, holy shit, you know. I was like, this is real. And then there's levels to reality you don't really want to believe. And then this was like, you can stay, you don't have to go to Vietnam. And then I'm about to trade. What's degrees of the, how beautiful that is. What's the degrees out right now outside? It's 5 degrees. When I woke up, I think it was 1, because it was, or 1 or 0, because the frost on the grass was so crispy, like crispy grass. But I have pictures, but I don't know, man. I wanted to say it looked like a strobe light, you know. I want to say it was like I don't know. If you put a light to wind, you know, like if you put some dye in the wind or maybe some clouds, you know, like when people have like those, you know, the pink, what do you call them, like fireworks or something, then you can see the smoke in the clouds. It was like somebody had lit up the skies with energies I've never seen before in my life. Look at this beautiful sunshine on these leaves. It's such a blessing. Freaking lakes right by the river and shit. So I don't know how to say it. Realize. Well, hopefully your real eyes will start to realize real life around you, and that there's so much energy in people and the way that they look at you. Maybe it's attraction, maybe it's distraction, you never know. But there's levels to this shit, bro. There's so many levels to energy and things that I never thought I'd get to see, and it was right there in front of me for the first time that I saw the glory of just how fantastic this planet is, and it really is magic. It's really something that like you would never in your life be like, holy shit. You can't prepare for it, you know. You just got to keep showing up and looking with a different lens. They say, you know, everybody's got a perspective, but nobody wants to change their perception. And that's almost like changing your glasses, or you know, however your prescription on your glasses. You know, it takes something truly remarkable to change the way you look at things and start seeing things in energy levels or in wavelengths. I don't want to be like Lucy, the movie, but she started to see everything in energy. You know, it wasn't important, you know, the structure of her. I think she melted down to like a black mass. But, you know, we as people, we're a big ball of energy while we're alive. And that's what makes the now so powerful. Is like if you're alive now, check out these lakes, bro. You get to see so much more energy than most people believe exists. They only believe in like money, and you're just like, money can't buy this. You know, money can't. You know what they say, when the last tree is chopped and the last fish is fished, the white man will know he can't eat money. Well, this is what this is. This is well, they topped off some of these trees. They're clearing it out, but it's all around us. We're in an environment, and I think we forget it. I think we think we're in like a simulation, or oh, that's when they planted new trees. You can see when they plant the new trees, the reforestation. Yeah. So we're all in a cycle. We're all cycling around the sun, and even when it's nighttime, the sun is still giving us energy in the sky that you can't even see. It was a fucking full-on trip. They look nothing like this. It looked nothing like clouds. Like, clouds are nice and puffy. We're used to seeing clouds, but there's the golf course you hang out at, right? And there's a nice little golf course. That's one perception, but to perceive that there's more energy in the night sky than we can see was a complete shock to me. It was complete. Love these trees changing, all the aspens. People come from all over the world to watch these things. You know, here comes the lakes too. Look at this beautiful lake, crystal clear, reflecting the sky. It's in everything, you know. Look at that, amazing. Yeah, that's the way. Look at that, wow. Yep, energy and everything. So whether you're paying attention or not, life is going all the way around us, and it's growing. And here's a good example of perception. This thing looks like a circle, right? Watch this thing. This thing will fucking change up on us pretty quick. Looks like a circle. Now it looks like a Playboy bunny. And it looks like that. And then all of a sudden, it's flat. Look at that. That's a full-on trip. As you go around it, it changes. Yo, that was fucking cool, bro. So everywhere you go, there's some energy. If you're aware enough to want to see, you know, not only your own energy, which I think we perceive more than anything, but seeing it in other people. When we see an old lady and then we want to help her with her bags, or we see a beautiful girl and then we want to go over and talk to her, and for no reason. Right? Like, we're just like, I thought I had plans today. I'm going to work and I got this to do and I got to go get some gas. And all of a sudden it's like, I'm compelled to do this. Yes. What? the fuck, bro? This is crazy beautiful. Look at these views, bro. No way. Oh, Ihana. This is perfect. It's like a perfect moment. You know, just to sit there and reflect with your life and reflect with the water and, you know, all the thoughts. Look at beautiful looks right here. My God, this is Kangasnimi. Yeah. Look at you, girl. You be shining. That's a blessing, bro. Oh, I'm grateful. So yeah, even these little quaint little cities looking so beautiful. Kangasnimi. We got the old church up here too, huh? Did we pass it? Or is it still over there? Yeah. Yeah. Look at these old ass churches and shit. Oh, that's fucking amazing. Yeah, everywhere you go. Energy. Damn, that looks like a cathedral. Oh my God. So life's a blessing, not a stressing. You just gotta put your aura glasses on and start seeing things for what they are, you know, not just your own inner energy, but and not just your own surroundings, but the layers. That's what I learned last night, that there's layers to this, levels to this shit, but there's layers into everything, and nuances and energy that's so subtle but so powerful and so beautiful too. You know, we hold these truths to be self-evident, man. You know, that all men are created equal, but we might not all live an equal life. But energy is around everybody, regardless of creed, color, or sex. You're gonna have to fucking put on your big boy pants or big girl panties and really see your own light within, because it's everywhere. I was so shocked last night, and it was flashing and moving and looked like a phoenix. And it's like, if you watch clouds, they transform nice and slow. These were flashing on and off, and I'm like, am I tripping? Was that there? You would expect it to dissipate instead of disappear. That's a beautiful house. Yeah, it was a trip, bro. Just like these leaves changing colors and everything. Full on experience. Everybody has a chance, you know. Everybody dies, but not everybody lives, you know. And it's up to you to fucking go out and live your life and see the glory that's around us and see all the energy that's abundant. It was abundantly clear to me last night. I'm like, I have been seeing the sky for so long in my life, but not like that. Not like that. So, what a blessing. It's amazing. The lumberyard, big old sawmill, all this wood. Captured sun energy, that's future flames. It's old sun turned into future flames, and I think that's what we all are. So this morning motivation, I want you to really see the aura that's in everybody, the energy that's in all things. You can paint with all the color of the winds, you know.
There's the tree.
Is this it? Okay, coming up. Here comes the fucking energy. Oh, you can see all the little samplings too, where they had replanted the trees, and that's such a glorious thing. And just like that is my favorite view. Somebody had planted all these trees in a row. Look at that, bro. That's so beautiful, man. And that's the way to end the show. So if you got anything out of this, you already know. Like, share, subscribe below. And as always, peace and love. Yep. Peace and love. And Chigathon. That means goodbye, but not forever, and finish. And I will see you on the other side. As soon as you like, share, subscribe. The other side of your fear, the other side of your excuses, and the other side of the world. Because that's where I be, and that's where I am. Peace. Wow. Fucking love this. Wide open. You can still smell the fresh air from rolling down the window. You can still smell the fresh air. I'll see you on the other side, bro. Go enjoy your day. Go see the aura.